turn your radio on, press this knob here, which also functions as your volume. To scan to a radio station, press the arrow button here. You can seek forward or seek back. And the nice thing about this stereo is that when you engage the manual mode, this button here in the center, you can key in your radio station, such as here. I'm just going to put in anything, 98.9, and there's the station. To save this as a preset, you can save it anywhere here from 1 through 6 by pressing a button for about 3 seconds. You're going to hear the radio mute, and when it comes back online, the station is saved as a preset. Pushing FM or AM, you can switch between either frequency. However, if you press FM a second time, you can save another 6 presets. AM only has the capability of saving 6 presets. By pressing and holding FM or AM for a longer period of time, it engages a function that we call AutoStore. And what that's going to do is it's going to scan the entire waveband, and it's looking for the 6 strongest radio signals. When the system is finished, it'll store it to memory. Using the set feature here, there are 2 options we can choose, RDS and FM. RDS stands for Radio Data Systems. The radio station sometimes will display information, such as the name of the song that's being played, also the name of the artist. The other feature, FM, that stands for Program Type. And again, if I look at the radio station, sometimes it may tell me the genre of that radio station. The last button here along this row, the SC button, that stands for Scan. If you press it, it goes to the next available radio station, and it'll move on every 15 seconds or so from there. If you like the radio station that you're listening to, simply press the scan button again, and that's the radio station that will remain. On the top left of the radio, you have your audio button, where you can also choose your entertainment source. Here, such as your radio, satellite radio, CD player, or auxiliary input, or I can use this knob over here to make my selection, press, and there it is. If you were playing a CD, insert your CD here, and to eject it, press this button right here. Under the menu button, it brings up a few different options, such as the phone. If we paired a Bluetooth phone to the vehicle, I could bring up my phone book. I can make a selection for BC, the onboard computer. Everything that I can do for my stock up here on the left, I can also do here from the radio. So, by pressing this button, I can see average fuel consumption, average speed, the range remaining on this tank of gas, and the outside temperature. If I wanted to reset some features, I can, such as average fuel consumption or average speed. I select it, hit reset, go back, and it's reset. Also under the menu feature is the configuration setup. Under the configuration setup, we can change units such as miles. We can change that to kilometers. We can change the display. Under consumption, we can change it from miles per gallon to kilometers per liter. And then the temperature, we can change it to Celsius. Under this same menu, if you select time, you can not only change the time here, where you can adjust the hours and the minutes, but it's a lot easier to change the month, the day, the year here as well. Anytime you're adjusting the radio, if you're ever lost in any particular menu, press the clock button not only once to bring up the clock, but if you hit it a second time, it brings up the radio. The music note, this is the button that you want to press to adjust audible settings, such as bass. We can select it and adjust it. The treble, we can select it and adjust it. Same thing with the balance of the speakers from left to right. And the fade of the speakers from front to rear. If I wanted to reset the settings, I can set them all back to default settings by hitting the reset button, and everything goes back to the center. The arrow pointing to the right indicates that we have more options that we can select. So I can either press this button here, or I can toggle to the right using this knob here. And that brings up a feature called Speed Volume Control. By selecting this, I can go as high as mode 6 or as low as mode 1. And what Speed Volume Control does is it raises the volume of your radio as your speed increases to overcome road noise. In addition to Speed Volume Control, there are 2 presets for your premium sound system, the music mode or the cinema mode. That'll all be based upon preference. And then last but not least, we have the equalizer. We can control the low, the medium, and the high range of the equalizer by selecting and turning. And when you're all set, exit out of there, and that's your radio.